I always ask Rick, like, what were you doing interviewing for a job on your wedding day? But does it ever occur to you to think, maybe this guy doesn't want to be hanging out with me on his wedding night?
You know, I would probably do that today, but back then I'd call him and he wouldn't meet with me. He had time between the wedding and that night, and they were leaving the next morning at 7 o'clock.
So, for their honeymoon.
Yes, and we couldn't have that because I had to have him here. So I said, I have to see you 1 hour, 45 minutes in the lobby. I'll drive down, I'll be there. So I just got in the car. Went down there, probably got there, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I don't know, in the afternoon. The wedding was over, they were back at the hotel. I think there was either something that night or the next, whatever it was. But I called the room, and Rick came down, and we started talking. And every 30 to 40 minutes, the bell guy came on and says, Mr. Pitino, your wife would like you to come. So it went 3 or 4 hours, and because I had to get him not only to take the job, but to come to Syracuse that day, the next day, and start recruiting, because we're recruiting Roosevelt Bowie and Louis Orr, and I couldn't see them both. I had to get Roosevelt Bowie, and we had to keep Louis Orr. And so I said, you have to go to Cincinnati tomorrow. And it worked out. And Rick did get an extra $2,000 from me.
I'm sure that went a long way. If he's smart, he gave it right to his wife. But then, in your book, Bleeding Orange, I love you tell the story about when you were on your honeymoon with your current wife, Julie. You're in what, Bermuda, 5 a.m., the phone rings, and it is?
Joanne Pitino. I can't be there, but I'm going to interrupt anyway.
Good for you, Joanne. Good for you.